أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذ قيل لهم اسكنوا هذه القرية وكلوا منها حيث شئتم وقولوا حطة وادخلوا الباب سجدا نغفر لكم خطيئاتكم سنزيد المحسنين. In the previous verses, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala mentioned that three great bounties, three great ni'mats Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala bestowed upon the Bani Israel. The one was when they did not have water, then Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala told Musa alayhi salatu wasalam that take your staff and strike the rock. And from there 12 springs had gushed out. There were 12 leaders of the Bani Israel and there were 12 tribes of the Bani Israel. All of them went to their specific area and they got their water. The second ni'mat of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, when they were traveling, they did not have any shade. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala caused the clouds to move with them and Allah Ta'ala provided shade for them. This was another great ni'mat of Allah. The third ni'mat of Allah, they needed food. So Allah Ta'ala says that we send down upon them the man and the salwa. But in spite of these great ni'mats of Allah, they are supposed to obey Allah, make shukr to Allah Ta'ala. These people, they broke the commands of Allah. So one of the commands of Allah Ta'ala that they broke, Allah Ta'ala says, وَإِذْ قِيلَ لَهُمُ اسْكُنُوا هَذِهِ الْقَرْيَةِ. That remember the time when it was said to the Bani Israel that you stay in this village, you live in this town. وَكُلُوا مِنْهَا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمْ. This refers to Baytul Muqaddas according to commentators of Quran. وَكُلُوا مِنْهَا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمْ. And eat wherever you wish from this town. وَقُولُوا حِطَّةُ وَادْخُلُوا الْبَابَ سُجَّدًا. And say, Hitta, oh Allah, forgive us. Ask forgiveness from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And enter the town, enter the gate of the town, sujjada, prostrating, lowering yourself before Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, being in total submission to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Naghfir lakum khati'atikum. We will forgive you for your gunas. Sanazidul muhsinin. Soon we will increase the good doers. We will forgive them also, and reward also we will increase them in. So just two things they were asked to do. One is to ask Allah Ta'ala for forgiveness and to enter the town whilst making sajda. Allah Ta'ala says, فَبَدَّلَ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْهُمْ قَوْلًا غَيْرَ الَّذِي قِيلَ لَهُمْ. That the wrongdoers from amongst them, the oppressors from amongst them, they changed the words to other than that which was said to them. It was said to them that say hitta, say oh Allah forgive us. What they said hinta. Hinta refers to wheat. So they changed the entire word. And in other places it comes that instead of making sajda and entering the town, lowering themselves on their backs, they dragged themselves on their backs and they entered the town. So they changed what Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala asked them to do. فَأَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ رِجْزًا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ بِمَا كَانُوا يَظْلِمُونَ. Allah Ta'ala says that we send upon them a plague, a punishment from the skies because of their oppression and because of their wrongdoing. So see, when there's an action on one side, on the other side there's a consequence to that action of a person. Allah Ta'ala further says, وَاسْأَلْهُمْ عَنِ الْقَرْيَةِ الَّتِي كَانَتْ حَاضِرَةَ الْبَحْرِ. That asked them in regards to that village which was on the seaside. That these people, the Jews, they always went fishing, they would catch fish. But they were prohibited from fishing on a Saturday. On a Saturday, this day was exclusive for the ibadat of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So you're not allowed to do any trade on a Saturday. You're not allowed to fish on a Saturday as well. Even up to this day, there are many Jewish companies and huge companies. On a Saturday, if you phone them, they tell you, we're not taking an order today because today is our Saturday. Today is our day of ibadat. So on a Saturday, they used to make the ibadat. They were not allowed to fish. But Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala wanted to test them as well. So on a Saturday, the fish used to come. And the fish used to come right up to the surface of the water. And huge fish. Normally they wouldn't see such fish. But on a Saturday they will see such fish. So they started tampering with the laws of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. What they did, they would come on a Friday and they will cast their nets on a Friday. They will put in their hooks on a Friday. And then on a Sunday they will come and they will remove these hooks. So they will say, see, we never fish on a Saturday. We put in our nets on a Friday. And we remove the nets on a Sunday. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala then punished these people. It is mentioned there were three groups of the Bani Israel. The one group, they did this wrong. The first group, they went and they fished. They put in the nets on the Friday and they took it out on the Sunday. That was the first group. The second group, they stopped them. They said, you can't do this. You cannot break the laws of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. You prohibited from fishing on a Saturday. Don't fish on a Saturday. Today also, all these tests comes when we in business as well. And today everything has been given a new form. In one narration it comes when Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, may Allah Ta'ala curse the Jews. That Allah Ta'ala prohibited them from using the fat of carrion. But what they did with the fat, they melted the fat and they gave the fat another form, and they would sell the fat and they would utilize the income from there. So see, they changed the entire form. Today you get Islamic banking, today you get Islamic finance, today you get non-alcoholic beer, today so many things that are out there in the market. They just given another name, another title. If you take a Coca-Cola bottle and you put vinegar inside, it will never become Coca-Cola. It will look like Coca-Cola, but it's not Coca-Cola. So exactly the same way that what is our deen and what Allah Ta'ala wants for us, that is something else. And giving it an Islamic name doesn't change the reality of it. So this was the second group that prohibited them. And there was a third group of people. The third group of people, they kept quiet. They didn't say anything. In fact, they told the second group, why are you wasting your time with these people? These people really, they're not going to change. So it is mentioned that the first group, those that went and they fished, Allah Ta'ala's azab came on them. The second group that stopped them, they were protected from the azab of Allah Ta'ala. And regards to the third group, the Quran here does not make mention of anything. We come into it inshallah. The Quran doesn't make mention of anything here. So Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, he mentioned, he said that what happened to the third group? I don't know what happened to the third group. So his student Hazrat Ikrama radiallahu ta'ala, he told Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, he told his Ustad, Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, that the third group, they were also protected because they disapproved of what the first group was doing. They said, لِمَ تَعِذُونَ قَوْمًا اللَّهُ مُهْلِكُهُمْ أَوْ مُعَذِّبُهُمْ عَذَابًا شَدِيدًا. That why are you advising a nation that Allah Ta'ala is going to destroy them, or Allah Ta'ala is going to give them a severe punishment? So they disapproved of it. So Ikrama radiallahu ta'ala said that, rahimahullah ta'ala said that Allah Ta'ala protected them as well. When Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala heard this, then Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala became happy. We'll do the translation tomorrow inshallah.